For today's Mousetrap Monday video, we're going to see how many mice can run this Gauntlet. The Gauntlet is a brand new spinning mousetrap invented by a YouTube viewer named Pete, who came up with the idea after watching my video on the Mescal Mill. The Mescal Mill is a very old style mousetrap described in a book over 400 years ago. And back then they were catching mice by setting a spinning paddle on the edge of a rod. The mice would go out there and try to get the bait, it'd spin, and they'd fall in a bucket of water. Well, Pete thought we can improve that idea by making a set of 3D printed paddles that fit on a rod in a series. That way when the mouse goes out and tries to get it, if they don't get caught on one, they'll get caught on the next one. So I'm pretty sure any mouse that tries will end up in the bottom of the bucket and can't escape. Especially if we just put bait in the center here, they have to go there to get the food. They have to pass through on either side these spinning paddles. To set up this trap, you'll need paddles. He included spacers here that are 3D printed. You'll need a 1/4-inch rod. You can use wood or metal. You'll drill a hole in a bucket. You'll also need a ramp. The holes in the bucket will go across to fit the rod. Like this. We'll pull this back and put on our spacers. Then the paddles. Then another stopper on this end. And you don't want these so tight that they're touching and there's friction. You want a slight gap so they spin freely. Then to start catching mice, you'll place peanut butter on the edge of the paddle, only on the one in the center. The mice will smell the bait, go up the ramp, walk on the rod, try to get the peanut butter. It may walk on the first paddle, but when it goes to the second, it'll spin and fall down. There's no way a mouse can get around this Gauntlet. First, we're going to test it out with our pet mice, see how they react. Then we're going to set it up in the barn with motion cameras and try to catch some wild mice. We'll make sure our pet mice have a soft landing. Okay, there's some peanut butter out there. Go on out. It made it past the first one, but not the second one. Let's try this again. This looks like this mousetrap's going to work very well. Let's go set up the motion cameras and see what happens. Well, as you can see from the 2 mice in the bottom, the spinning mouse gauntlet mousetrap works well. When they try to get the bait in the center, it spins and they drop down. The only one that outsmarted it was a third mouse. It felt this move and didn't try to get the bait in the middle. If it was hungry enough, it would, but that mouse didn't get caught. So this works very well, but doesn't get every single mouse. The other location we got a mouse, and these are native deer mice. They're a native species, so I'm gonna let them go. Okay, mice, stay out of trouble. There they go. Well, I want to say thank you again to Pete for sending me your spinning gauntlet mousetrap. I really like the idea of having multiple paddles here, and it seemed to work well. The mice would go out there and it would spin and catch them. Some mice felt it move and they wanted to avoid it, so that is a problem. If you have any suggestions on how to make this mousetrap better, leave a comment down below. I absolutely love it when YouTube viewers invent new mousetraps and send me the prototypes. If you have an idea for a new mousetrap, shoot me an email and we'll see if we can feature it on a future Mousetrap Monday video. I especially like it when YouTube viewers are inspired by videos I post. This one was inspired by a very old mousetrap over 400 years old, and that video prompted quite a few new inventions. Here's a similar one. This one is called the Mousinator, also inspired by the mescal mill, and it works very well. And here's the mousetrap I invented that was also inspired by the mescal mill. Thank you to all the viewers who bought this mousetrap. That really helps me out a lot. Some viewers say they set it up and they didn't catch mice. So a few suggestions on using these bucket style mousetraps are: always use fresh bait and place it in the center to draw them in and the ramp up so they'll smell it and go up there. And also, mice can jump very high, so if you put it on a 5-gallon bucket, they might jump out if you don't have water in there. If you wanted a live catch trap, make sure you put these on a 7-gallon bucket, use fresh bait, and hopefully you'll catch all the mice that are in your house, barn, car, or wherever you have a problem. And I really want to say thank you for watching this video for my loyal fans. It's been pretty challenging this past year for YouTube. As a YouTuber, I've just seen so many changes and are trying to figure out what works. But if you haven't subscribed, please consider clicking that button. I've posted over 1,000 videos on YouTube, and currently I'm posting new videos every Monday and Friday. So if you want to see the best videos on how to catch mice, rats, squirrels, chipmunks, moles, voles, and gophers, stay tuned.